Spain has filled the sports pages in recent years due to its incredible success on the football pitch. But just last year, the country was fined €20,000 for its fans' racist conduct at Euro 2012. Is this success hiding a more sinister side of the beautiful game? JN1 went to speak with First Division side Osasuna to find out whether football really is inherently racist in Spain. With Spain bidding to host the 2020 Olympics, accusations of racism would deal a big blow to their chances of success. But at the match between Spain and Italy last year, the country's FA were fined for the fans' racial abuse of Mario Balotelli, while Barcelona's Dani Alves also complains of an uncontrollable culture of racism in the country.
It is a very complex subject. I think that there are many good players that, because of the question of their integration and adaptation, they do not show what they are capable of. I remember that on my first day, the captain, who was Cesar Palacios, collected me from the hotel and took me all around Pamplona, without us being able to exchange a word, because he didn't speak English and I didn't speak Spanish. And I always felt, from the very first day, really comfortable. And that helped me a lot. But I know from experience that I've had as a player that not everywhere is like that.
Midfielder Anthony Annan proudly points to having former United Nations Secretary-General Kofi Annan in the family. We asked him if he believed that despite the bad press that football often receives, football can also be a tool to unite nations.
With the footballers or the football aspect, it's a game that unites people together. Talking of Africa, I think many countries that there's been a war over there. So football, it unites the people together, and some people they have problems and stuff. If we play football, I think it get them together. So I think football is very great game that put people together in the country as a whole together. So I think it's a great sport.
I believe that football is the only or one of the only places where all types of cultures fit in, even at a political level or different ideals. And I believe that football brings people together. One may be politically on the right, left, or in the center, but in football, this situation doesn't exist.
2 seasons ago, an Osasuna fan was banned for a year and fined for anti-Semitic chants aimed at Mallorca's Israeli goalkeeper Dudu Ayoate. The club insists that it works with the police to stop such things happening again, and also works with children to make sure they know from a young age how to behave on the football pitch.
The club collaborates with the authorities to try and make this into an everyday and normal thing. When the time comes to collaborate, we will do it full out, and we understand that this is how it has to be. With the kids, it can sometimes happen if one is black. Perhaps they say something to him, and us as managers are also there for that reason, which I think is essential, to not let this kind of thing happen.
And sometimes what the players hear on the pitch may be ignorance rather than out-and-out racism, as Iranian international Masoud Shojaei explained.
Here in Spain, they call Arabic people Moors, something which I didn't know before. And sometimes there are people in some stadia who get it wrong, calling me Moor, when in fact I'm Persian and not Arabic, as in reality our cultures are really very different.
We have to keep on educating the fans. Because this is a top league, as I said, it's very high level league. So if we put this thing aside, if we put it aside, then I think it's gonna be better, because this is, I don't know how to describe this league. It's very fantastic league. So I hope and I believe that we're gonna put this aside and we'll focus on the football. I think what we have to do is we have to keep racism out of the game. So we have to show racism red card.
The players and management at this club are all in agreement that despite some high-profile incidences of racism, football is in fact a force for good when it comes to race relations. And through their work with the youth teams, they are striving to instill an ethic of togetherness that we will be able to see in the country's next generation of footballing superstars. This is Paul Walsh for JN1 in Spain.